Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Peace, love, and abundance to everybody watching right now. I appreciate you guys for tapping into the channel. Make sure you smash that like button for me. But check this out. If you want to support the channel or yourself, I got some courses available. I also have a Retain Gang community that you can join if you want to elevate your self-improvement, all right? Gain spiritual enlightenment. Make connections with people that are like-minded, all right? I'll leave my links in my description and in my pinned comments. So this was a question I got, and there's a guy who's said he's been relapsing every single day, and he said it's because of the weed, the edibles. He does that every single day, and it puts him in a mind state to lust or relapse and be unproductive. Okay, so I'm gonna try to give you some advice based off my experience and my knowledge. You know, you have free will to choose what you want to do. What you do behind closed doors is between you and the Most High. That's your choice, right? I'm not here to judge you for that, right? That's not my place, but do what you do. But I will give you some knowledge so that way you can make the best decision for yourself, all right? For one, it's not the weed, it's you. So we have to stop blaming things that we do as the reason why we're in the situation we're in. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not that, it's you. It's always been you. You are the reason that you picked up this outside entity or outlet to give you pleasure. That's all that is. It's just something outside of you that you've clung to fill a void within, something that you've been running from. See, a lot of us, because I used to do this too, so I'm not judging, right? That's like I say, guys, I'm speaking from experience. So I can speak on these topics because I know from firsthand. Like when I used to smoke, you know, I was running from my problems. You see what I'm saying? And I got comfortable. And the thing is I was very uncomfortable being comfortable because I knew I wasn't living right. I knew I wasn't in a position for me to be sitting here comfortable like I am. I don't even know myself. I don't know who I am as a man. I don't have any ambition. I don't have any drive or focus right now. So I had to take a look around me and say, what do I need to cut off right now? I got this urge to become the best version of myself, but it's something that's holding me back. I had to take accountability first. Oh, smoking is making me comfortable. It's making me too comfortable. I'm too relaxed. You see what I'm saying? I need to cut this out of my life right now because I know right now it's not going to benefit me. Keyword right now. Right? Meaning, like I said, you have a choice to do what you want to do. I'm not telling you to be a monk or to not have fun, enjoy yourself. You do what you do, like I said. But this is why you have to know yourself. We all have our own personal journey. You see, one person's vice might not be your vice. Your vice might not be somebody else's vice. There's plenty of people that can smoke and still be productive. It doesn't affect them. Especially now since it's legal, you got more people that's using, right? So it's more common for people to smoke and be in that space and still gotta work and still be professionals. So that's not an excuse, right? The only issue is you have to take accountability for yourself and start to figure out what do you need to change within you that's making you attach yourself to these things, to the weed, to whatever, the drinking, in order to feel good about yourself. That's what it is. Right? See, it's all about your intention. Why are you using this? Right? Ask that question to yourself. Write it down in your journal. Perfect time right now, too, because, you know, the full moon just passed. So this is all about letting things go. Right? Reflecting on things that you don't want to take into the future and letting them go. This is the perfect time right now to write in your journal. Why am I smoking? How is it benefiting me? How is it hurting me? Is it helping me elevate myself spiritually? You see what I'm saying? Start to weigh the pros and cons so that you can figure out, all right, yeah, I need to cut this off for a while. This ain't serving me right now. That might not be everybody's journey though. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I say, guys, you have to gain self-awareness. You need to, even when you are smoking or drinking, you need to be in the present moment, experience that moment, and ask yourself, all right, what is going on right now? What am I doing? How is this affecting me? How do I feel? You see, don't just let yourself be blank. Don't let yourself just be influenced by the substance itself. Always be in your right mind if you're going to choose to use, so that way you don't miss out on the spiritual cues and light codes that you gain, because these are spiritual items as well. You know, these things, psychedelics and all these things, were used to communicate with the spirits in the spiritual realm. This is why they call it getting high when you smoke, because your consciousness is floating above your body now, right? It's a little bit more freer, so you're in the cosmic energy or the spiritual realm. This is why you get creative. You start getting all these ideas. You know, people start coming out with crazy ideas when they under the influence, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's putting you in that space where it's like you're on the World Wide Web. You're connected to the collective consciousness. So you start receiving a lot more downloads and things like that, right? So that's what it was used for. But now it's used for leisure, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are getting this instant gratification, which is disrupting their dopamine receptors. So that's where the issue is coming from, right? So I'm gonna give you some game. If you want to cut that out your life, and this can work for any addiction that you have, you don't want to just go cold turkey, right? Because that takes a lot of strength. And I feel like if you had the strength to go cold turkey, which is just to stop completely, then you wouldn't be having this issue in the first place. But the fact that you have this issue of doing it every single day and you don't know how to get rid of it, you want to wean yourself off slowly, right? You want to take away how much time you are indulging in this. What we do every single day is who we become. So what you do every single day is really sculpting you. So now if we don't want this to be a part of our daily routine anymore, we want to space out the time. So instead of you smoking every day or taking an edible every day, now we do every other day, right? And you do that for about a good week or two. Then now we're doing every few days, right? And you do that for another 2 weeks. You catch my drift? Next thing you know, you're getting to a point where you're doing it once a week. You see what I'm saying? So you haven't completely took it out your life, but at the same time, you're not indulging in it as like you used to. And this is the perfect way for you to get rid of an addiction, because you're slowly taking away that power that it has over you. All right? And what this does is it actually helps you reset your dopamine receptors as well, which gives you pleasure. It's a chemical that releases that makes you feel good. That's what you get when you smoke or drink. You get that dopamine hit, which makes you feel good. But if you overindulge in that, it can burn those receptors out, and now you don't feel anything at all. And you start to get depressed, you start to get brain fog and all these things, all right? So this will actually help you reset those dopamine receptors, because now if you're doing it once a week, look, you've been working hard the whole week, you've been on your grind. So when that one day comes where you do allow yourself to smoke, it's going to feel well-deserved, and you're going to be rewarded for that. Hey, that dopamine hit's going to reward you because you deserve this. You've been working all week, so yeah, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to smoke me one. Cool, yeah. But the idea is we want to get to a point where it doesn't have control over us. We don't need it every single day. And now we create a healthy balance where we don't have to take it away fully, but we're not doing it as much. And you get into that space where it's just, it don't have that lock on you now. You see? You're doing it every single day. That becomes part of your daily routine. So like, you can't function without that. You're going to get to a point where you can't even think without it. If you space it out to once a week, you're going 5-6 days without it, thinking without it, operating without it. So it doesn't have a hold on you. So this is something you can try if you want to take an addiction out of your life. If it's disrupting your life, if it's not helping you become your best version, yeah, So you got to take accountability, man. You got to look at your life and analyze what you need to do and tweak things. But every blueprint is not for everyone. Your blueprint isn't for me. My blueprint isn't for you. Go into meditation and start asking these questions, man. Start asking for the guidance and protection. Right? You got to understand that you are in control of all of this. Everything around you is an illusion. The only thing that's real is what's in your mind and what you project. Your experience, which comes from inside of you, a projector. Like the light projectors you used to have in school, you put the piece of paper on it and you had the projector screen they pulled down by the chalkboard, and whatever was on that projector gets put onto the wall, right? Same thing with your life. Everything that you see out here is a projection. It's not really there. It's a hologram, but what's being projected in front of you is inside of you. It's how you're interpreting life. It's how you're perceiving life based off of your 5 senses: touch, smell, sight, hearing. All of those things, all of the information you get from that is compiled up, and your brain deciphers what is going on, and it gives you a light image. That's it. All right? So I didn't mean to go on a tangent, but I'm just trying to get it out that you're in control of this. So all these addictions you have, it's something deeper going on within you that you need to figure out. All right. Most of the time, like I said, we're running away from ourselves. We don't want to do the work or the healing. It's too painful. We don't want to relive those moments. We're scared of those demons. Right. So you medicate to run away from it. And I understand, bro. This life ain't easy. We're in a spiritual war right now. I understand, man. It's not easy out here. But you don't want anything outside of you taking control over you. That's what I want to make this video for. It's not to tell you to stop doing anything. That's your decision. We cannot allow these things to have control over us. And the reason why I gave you guys, the plan of spacing it out instead of going cold turkey is because a lot of times cold turkey, like I said, it takes a lot of strength. But even if you do go cold turkey, it's almost like you're running away from it. It's a weird relationship that forms when you go cold turkey, because now it's like you stop using this thing, but at the same time, you're afraid of it. I can't go back to that because it's going to destroy my life. And we don't want to run away from our problems. Look, in 2025, we're not scared of anything. We're facing our demons and casting them out. That's what we're supposed to been doing. So going cold turkey is like running away. But if you space it out, you've been doing it anyway. You're just not doing it as much. You create a healthy balance. And now you're not afraid of it. Because when you get afraid of something, now you get to a point where if you do try it again, it's going to destroy you. You're not going to be able to handle it. You see what I'm saying? So we're not running away from our problems, man. We're dealing with it. You need to sit down with yourself and figure out what's working for you in your life and what's not. And if it's not working, all right, what adjustments do I need to make? Do I need to cut it off completely? I can space it out. What's the deal? All right. So, a lot of you guys have the power to do it. You just don't want to. Because I tell you what, how many times you didn't woke up and say to yourself, man, I'm about to call off work? Be honest. How many of y'all, let me know in the comment section, how many of y'all have thought about calling off work before? I don't feel like going in today. We all have. I've thought about it too, plenty of times. But you didn't do it. I didn't do it. I still got up and went to work. Why? It's not worth it. The cons outweigh the pros, right? If I know if I don't go to work, I'm not going to get paid as much, which means I'm not going to get what I need to survive. You know what I'm saying? So you talk yourself out of that. So the same way you talk yourself out of calling off from work, the same way you have to talk yourself out of indulging in, whatever it is that you're addicted to. It's easier said than done, but you do it all the time. You just need to apply that to things that matter, which is yourself and your health and your flow state, keeping your word. If I say I'm gonna stop doing something, I'm gonna stop doing it. I'm not gonna pick up the joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it down today because I told myself that. You gotta talk yourself out of it. You can do it, right? Your why has to be bad enough though. If your why ain't bad enough for it, it's not gonna happen. So your why should always be established first in everything. As I said, write down. It's a perfect time right now to get you a journal and write down, why do I do this? How is it helping me? How is it hurting me? You need to start analyzing your life like a scientist. Scientists, they take notes on everything, right? You make hypotheses, theories, you do experiments, you do multiple trials of experiments to compare data so that you can get a more truthful answer. You see what I'm saying? Be a scientist in your life. All right, so with that being said, I hope this video can help you out. You need to speak with me one-on-one. I do one-on-one consultations, so I'll leave my link in my description. You have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out. Peace.